Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets so overwhelming, so we wanted to sort of dive into this new movie. It's called Warfare.
Exactly. Warfare. So for you guys, our goal here is simple. We looked at like all the info out there, mainly the Rotten Tomatoes page for this film, and well, we want to give you the core insights about how the film's handling the topic, what makes it, potentially special, what should you know, especially if you're someone who like values their time.
Exactly. You want the good stuff fast.
Yep.
So, the title, just Warfare. Straight to the point, right?
No messing around.
It drops this Friday, April 11th. And this is important, folks. This is rated R. Like, seriously R. We're talking strong language, intense war violence, graphic imagery. Not for the faint of heart. Sounds like they're really going
There
there.
are no punches pulled.
And it clocks in at a tight 95 minutes.
Which is great. They're not trying to, drag it out.
Get in, get out, tell the story. It's listed as war and drama, genre-wise, which, yeah, makes sense.
Right on the nose. But here's what I think is really interesting for you guys. The directors. We've got Ray Mendoza, an Iraq War veteran, and Alex Garland. You might know him from films like Civil War and 28 Days Later.
Oh, yeah.
Mendoza being a veteran, that's huge. Like, he's been there. That personal experience is going to shape the film, give it a kind of authenticity you don't see often.
For sure. And the synopsis leans into that hard. It's about a platoon of American Navy SEALs. They're on this surveillance mission. Insurgent territory, things go south. It's being described as visceral, boots on the ground, about modern warfare and the bonds between these soldiers. But here's the hook. It's presented like never before, in real time and based on the memory of the people who lived it.
That's powerful. Based on memory. That opens up a lot of possibilities.
Doesn't it?
This isn't just a dry retelling of events. This is about how it felt to be there, the emotional reality, the way the characters remember it. That's a different kind of understanding of warfare, much more, well, human.
More impactful.
Exactly. And then the real-time aspect. It's like they're trying to put you right there in the action with them. No cuts, no escapes. You're living it.
So we got to talk about the critics.
Yeah.
What are they saying? Warfare is sitting at a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's from 43 reviews.
That's really impressive. Like, seriously good.
Super positive.
Yeah.
And for those who need a refresher, the tomatometer, that's the percentage of critics who gave it a thumbs up. So 93%, that's amazing.
Stellar reviews.
The critics' consensus nails it, I think. Narratively cut to the bone and geared up with superb filmmaking craft, Warfare evokes the primal terror of combat with unnerving power. Like, wow, primal terror, unnerving power. You just know this movie's going to be
It
intense.
grabs you. But let's dig deeper. Individual critics.
Yeah, get into the specifics.
Michael Ordonez from The Wrap, he says the film works because it dumps all the metaphors, story beats, and shoehorn character development and just puts the viewer in it. That's direct, no fluff.
Just throws you in the deep end.
And he says that's rare to see a narrative film do that.
So, not your typical war flick.
Right. Jordan Hoffman from Entertainment Weekly gave it a B-. But listen to this, he said, they won't be showing this one at recruitment centers.
Oh, that's telling.
If it's too real for the recruiters, that says something. They don't want potential soldiers seeing this before signing up. It's got to be raw, maybe even a little unsettling.
An unflinching look at what it's really like.
Exactly. Kyle Logan, Chicago Reader, says the film is the most effective any film has been at not only communicating, but sharing the mental state of soldiers in warfare to a civilian audience.
That's a key point.
It's not just showing you the battles, it's putting you in their heads, making you understand what it does to a person to be in that situation.
That's deep.
Laura Clifford, reeling reviews. B+ from her. She calls it utter realism, says it plunges us into an experience inconceivable to most. But she does bring up something interesting. She says, narratively, we are often left trying to fill gaps.
So maybe it's so focused on the moment-to-moment that it skips some of the traditional story elements.
Potentially. Like, are they sacrificing some plot details to make you feel more present? Like, is that intentional? To mirror the confusion of combat?
Makes you wonder.
And then there's Dennis Schwartz. His review points out that the apolitical film offers no anti-war sentiment.
Okay, so it's not trying to push an agenda.
It's just presenting the experience, letting you, the viewer, draw your own conclusions.
I respect that.
Don Shanahan, film obsessive, he was really impressed by the teamwork in the film, calls it downright inspiring. And he points out that it's not all glorious glows of assistive hero worship, like that over-the-top stuff.
Yeah, the Hollywood vinylized version.
This feels more grounded. Success comes from working together, skill, not just some lone hero charging in.
So looking at the critics, what are they saying? It's real, it's raw, it's intense. It's not your typical war movie with a big story and lots of explanations. It throws you right into the action alongside these SEALs, and you experience it with them, almost in real time.
It's like a sensory assault, designed to make you feel what they feel.
And with Mendoza as a director, someone who's actually been there, it adds so much weight. It's not just a director trying to imagine war, it's someone bringing their own experience to the screen.
It's as authentic as it gets. And remember, we mentioned Alex Garland. His style is all about intensity. He's known for creating films that are uncomfortable, thought-provoking. He's not afraid to push boundaries. Combining that with Mendoza's personal history.
Man, that's a powerful combo.
And for those who want to explore more films like this, that tackle modern warfare in different ways, Rotten Tomatoes has a more like this section. They list The Kill Team, The Outpost, Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, 12 Strong, Good Kill. These films all deal with the realities of war and how they impact the people involved. Might be worth checking out if this kind of storytelling really grabs you.
So let's wrap this up. It sounds like Warfla is trying to do something different, something really intense and unconventional. It's all about that boots on the ground, visceral experience of war, told in a way that feels immediate and real, almost like you're right there with them. It's not about politics or big stories. It's about putting you in the moment and making you feel what it's like. And with a veteran director at the helm, someone who's lived through it, well, that adds a whole other level of authenticity and power to the film.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's like they're stripping away all the usual movie stuff and just hitting you with the raw, unfiltered truth.
Which brings us to a question for you, dear listener. With all this talk about how visceral and unconventional this film is, how it's moving away from traditional storytelling, what do you think the directors are ultimately trying to achieve? Is it just about creating a powerful, immersive experience, or is there something deeper going on? Is the lack of a clear narrative itself a statement about the nature of war? How it's chaotic, confusing, and often impossible to make sense of? Food for thought, right? Especially with the film coming out this Friday, April 11th, definitely something to ponder.
Keep those questions in mind when you see it, or even just as you hear more about it.
It's going to be fascinating to see how this one unfolds.
Absolutely. Warfare, Friday, April 11th.
Be there.